My checking. My checking 1, 2, 3. All right. Hi everyone. Um, yeah, today will be the last day before the SPM start. I mean, not SPM start. I mean before the SPM MF. Yeah, a lot of students actually send me some very difficult questions, but yeah, I'm not sure I have time to go through like so many of the paper here. And yeah, we have about 600 students on the line right now. I hope you guys just talk nicely, don't spam on the chat room over there, because you just imagine like 600 people. If people type 2 message, you have about 1,200 message in the chat room over there. So just say whatever thing you think is necessary. All right, so yeah, because I asked about what you want me to discuss for today. So from most of the requests is about discuss about paper 2. Yeah, some ask about 3 dimension for solution of triangle and so on. So yeah, definitely you want to spam on the Discord link also over there also can. I believe the Elvin already helped me to share the Discord link. So here actually I prepare some paper two. All of these are paper two. I'm not sure you can see or not. Like we have from Putrajaya, Kedah, Penang, SBP, Kelantan, MRSM, and Selangor. Yeah, some paper I already discussed. So maybe today I just like to choose some, maybe, yeah, because a lot of you ask me to, so please discuss K-bar. Yeah, I want to know how to do K-bar. Like I say to many of my students, I don't like to discuss about the K-bar question at the last minute, because I don't want to like break your confidence before you go into the exam hall. You just think that, oh my god, my ML is so bad, I cannot solve. So but anyways, yeah, I will still discuss some difficult questions just in case tomorrow come out something like that. Alright, so if you have more questions, yeah, maybe you can send to the Discord over there. I see a lot of students come to add me in my Discord. Yeah, I'm so sorry I cannot approve all right now. Yeah, when I have time, I will try to approve. And actually here, for my preparation here, I have 2 paper I haven't discussed. I mean, at least in English, I haven't discussed about Putrajaya, and I believe I haven't discussed about Kelantan paper as well. So yeah, maybe later we can go through some of the paper 2 question from there, so that you guys can benefit from there. So I'm scared. Alright, so because I already shared the post, right? Because a lot of you asked me like how many mark to pass. Yeah, I heard it's about 12 to 18 mark you already will pass. So I think unless you actually like submit like white paper, that means you doesn't fill in anything for paper 1 and paper 2. If not, I believe all of you here should be able to pass the MF, at least get the D here. But if you are so hardworking to go to watch my YouTube video or come to all my live streaming, I think you definitely aim more than pass, isn't it? You at least you aim a C or higher, or B or A minus or A. So this is the purpose why you need to put effort, right? If you just want to pass, I don't think you need to put any effort. You just need to able to do few questions, you definitely already pass. So but if you want to aim A minus, like I say, you don't need to worry about K bars. I think most even you can't do all the K bar, you will still get the A minus, because the A minus actually is quite low as well. Alright, so okay, do not want to waste your time to talk nonsense here. I believe all of you come here to actually learn, right? To want to learn. Alright, so yeah, got one student actually asked me about one of the question in the Selangor paper 2 2020 for so many times. Yeah, I promised her to make a video for her, but at the end I have no time, so let's discuss about that. Yeah, and few of you actually asked the same questions here, which is the 3-dimension for solution of triangle. So yeah, so I will just discuss these questions over here. Yep, which is this question. Let me just zoom out a little bit, yeah, because I need some space to write, so I will be 150% will be good for me. I'm not sure you can see or not. If you are using font, maybe it's a bit hard for you to see here. Okay, this one is solution of triangle, because normally solution of triangle is 2 dimensions, but this one is 3 dimensions, so it will be slightly difficult if you don't get it. But if you're able to see, I think should be okay here. Okay, so let's have a look at these questions. They say O is 6 meter vertically above the R. So basically here will be 90 degree, because it's like this one is, let's say this is my plan. 90 degree vertical is totally 90 degree like this. Okay, this is like vertical above. Okay, so given that PR, QR, and the angle, all you have in the diagram as well. So the first one, they ask you to find about RPQ. I want to see where is my RPQ first. So my R, my P, my Q is basically this one. Alright, the question asked me to find this angle. So I just need to draw out this triangle. And then this is R, this is P, this is Q. RPQ, basically they're finding the angle P here. So they want to find this angle. Yeah, they are not finding R. They want to find this theta here. So this is 8, this is 10, this is 35. Right, like what I say, solution of triangle is one of the easiest topic in MF. So I think most of the students should get 10 marks for this kind of questions. Because why? First thing is because the question like this, right? The formula is actually given. Just you need to know, should I choose cosine rule or sine rule? Yeah, if you do not know all this basic, you can go to check out my video. So right now, like what I say is, if you have one combination, mean you have angle and opposite length, you have the information about angle and opposite length, you will choose about sine rule. Unless you have angle, you don't have opposite length, or you have the length, you don't have the opposite angle, then you will choose cosine rule. It's very easy. Opposite basically means the angle, you look opposite of it. Okay, you get the idea? So therefore, in this case, I know it's definitely is a sine rule. Then we say sine R PQ, or I can say already say sine P lah, because I want to find angle P over 10. Okay, sine angle over opposite length equals to sine 35 over opposite length. That's all. Yeah, you just solve this one, and then I believe you can get these 2 marks easily. Use a calculator. Over here, you want to measure your calculator in degree. So you want to make sure you will see a D above your calculator. This is something is very important here. So, okay, you see how I will type here is like this. I will type like this, shift sine, means sine 35 over 8. And then I will straight away do multiply 10. Even though the equation here, it doesn't see multiply 10, because I already moved my 10 to the other side, I will do multiply 10. And I type enter. And then I copy one of the answer. Sine P equals to 0.717. Okay, then I want to find P. I just do shift sine and then I'll type answer. Okay, so then I will guess the 45.8 degree. Okay, this is how we actually get the answer like this. So yeah, let's move on to the B. I just want to see is there anything I want to answer in the chat room. Definitely no right now. So the question asked me to find the length of PQ. Alright, right now I want to find the PQ. Same thing, I just want to solve the length here. So if I have this angle already, which is 45.8, I want to find PQ. I can use sine rule or cosine rule, it doesn't matter here. But just depend what you like. Over here, if you prefer to use the cosine rule, you can do that, or you want to use sine rule, you can do that as well. So, okay, definitely sine rule is easier because I can get the last angle easily by using 180 minus both, right? Minus 35 minus 48.5. Okay, so I know the last angle is basically 99.2. Then I can use sine rule again. So sine rule, just now I write the sine above, right? But right now, I'm going to write the length above. So I will say PQ over my sine angle. PQ is this one, right? My opposite angle is 99.2. So it's sine 99.2 equals to, you can choose any of the length you want. So, but if I choose myself, just want to avoid maybe the answer A I will got wrong. So I will not choose 10 and 45.8. So over here I will choose A and Q, because A and angle Q is given here. So it can prevent me to make the further mistake here. So I will say length will be 8 over sine of the angle. So here you can straight away write the PQ answer by just type everything in the calculator. Sine 35. Close the bracket. Remember, close the bracket, or if not, you will get a math error. Okay, multiply sine 99.2. Okay, then you will get the length 13.77. Or you want to write 768 also can. I think 3 decimal place should be more than enough in SPM. Centimeter. So yeah, you see, I already get about 5 mark. You realize I get this 5 mark, right? I only use a sine rule. But definitely for the section B, I can use a cosine rule, no problem. Yeah, because some student will say sine rule. Answer must be 4 significant figures. Yeah, I think if 4 significant figures basically is 2 decimal. But normally I think 3 decimal is okay also. They will not minus mark for more decimal, unless at the very beginning they say they want specific significant figure. Like I teach IGCSE, they say they want the answer in 3 significant figures, then I kind of need to round off. In SPM, I think they doesn't specify there. If any one of you know, maybe you can share with me here. Teacher, for this sine rule, if you want to find a particular thing, angle or length, we put on the top right. Yes, you are right. So if I want to find the angle, right, I will put sine angle on the top over the length. If I want to find length, like in part B, I will put the length PQ on the top over sine angle at the bottom. Then it can save me some time by changing the fractions, solving the algebra thing. So yeah, so always use the faster time to solve the MF because you always not enough time for it. Okay, then we go to the C. Which is the 5 mark questions. Okay, they want to find the inclined plane of the PQR. So PQO. So basically they want to find the area of this one, which is the side one. So I'm not sure you can see or not. So in order to find this plane, right, I kind of need some information. And they give you 5 mark, definitely you should expect you need to solve a lot of things here to get this 5 mark. So this is O, this is P, this is Q. At least I have the length of PQ. So it's 13.768. And then I need more information here. Let's see what information I can get from here. Definitely if I can know any angle, it will be good. Yeah, basically I need to find about OQ or OP. Okay, basically this is 90 degree, right? So if both of these is 90 degree, we can get it quite easily. We just use a Pythagoras. So 6, 8, we know this one is 10, right? Then we know here is 10 centimeter. How to get 10? Doing Pythagoras. 6 square plus 8 square, square root it, you will get 10 here. Alright, then the last one, this one is the same also. So I will, in order to find the OQ, then I will just say OQ will equals to 6 square plus 10 square, and then I square root it. Because 90 degree, I can straight away do like this. Square root of 36 plus 100. So yeah, the decimal, it should be 11.662. Alright, then if I want to find the area, I need to have one more angle here. So I can find any of the angle I want. It doesn't matter, depend which angle I want to find here. So let's say I want to find this angle. I will find this angle P here. So what I will do is, you have 3 sides with no angle. In order to find the angle, we will use the cosine rule, isn't it? So therefore, you just need to remember about the cosine rule formula. Actually, no need to remember. Cosine rule is given already, but normally I will rearrange myself. Let's say I call it cos A. It's basically B square plus C square minus A square over 2BC. Alright, this one is actually same with the formula given above, but normally I will rearrange like this to save myself some time. So in this case, I want to find about cos angle P here, which is the angle P. B and C will be both sides, which is 10 square plus 13.768 square. A will be the opposite length. This one will be A. This one will be A. So minus 11.662 square over 2 multiply 10 multiply 13.768. Alright, then the rest of the thing you will just type into calculator. So you do manual 10 square plus 13.768 square minus 11.662 square over 2 multiply 10 multiply 13.768. Alright, then I type enter. And then I will just copy one of the answer. I will just copy this one. So I will say equals to 0.5577. And then I will do shift cos answer. And then I will get the angle P, which is 56.11 degree. Right, so after I got the angle already, so what I want to do is, if I want to find the angle, we know the formula, right? Half AB sine C. So in this case, you can say BC sine A, okay? It's the same thing, alright? So BCA will be angle between. Alright, so I just use this formula to find the area. So it will be half. B and C will be both sides, 10 and 13.768. And then sine the angle between, which is 56.11. Alright, then this one is the half BC sine A formula, just in case some student a bit lost here. You just type everything into the calculator. 1 over 2 multiply 10 multiply 13.768 multiply sine 56.11. Alright, then you will get the area will be 57.14. I think it's enough here. Centimeter, meter, in this case meter square. Right, this is how you get the 5 mark. So first thing is you need to find out both length, which is OP and OQ. After you find out the both length already, you need to use the 3 of the length to find one of the angle. Why you need to find the angle? Because in order to find the area, you need one of the angle. You not necessarily must find P, you can find angle O or angle Q, it doesn't matter. But you need to find one of the angle because you need to use the area formula, half BC sine A. Okay, so okay, let's see, is there any comment I want to reply here? Yeah, we have almost have 1,000 students here. It's crazy. Yeah, maybe tomorrow is the exam. This is the reason why. How to know which angle to use? It doesn't matter. So it's very depend the part. Let's say today I want to use this one as an angle A. I want to make sure I have both sides B and C. So if today I want to use this angle A, I want to make sure I have both sides B and C. Okay, just because just now we have 3 of the side, right? So we can choose any of the angle we want, but you need to choose about both sides correctly to sub into the half BC sine A formula. BC sine A. Okay, this is area formula. How to know ORP is 90 degree? Yeah, because at the very beginning, the question tell you this sentence. O is vertically above the R. Like I say, vertically above basically means it will be 90 degree in all the angle. This one is what we call vertically above. Alright, so okay, so assume you guys can understand here. Alright, let's see, is there any other question I feel to discuss here? Have I discussed this? Yeah, I think I did. I'm just wondering how come don't have the motion. Oh, this is a motion. Okay, maybe have a look at the motion here, because yeah, a lot of students ask me like how to sketch the velocity time graph. Yeah, so maybe tomorrow they will come out about velocity time graph, so I kind of want to focus on this. So if the question asks you to find the shorter distance from one point, how to do? Okay, let's say today I want to find the, where's my triangle just now? Okay, let's say in this question, I modify a bit because just now one of my students actually asked. So let's say they want to do about the shorter distance. Let's say from P to OQ. Okay, this one is just a random question I add myself because some student will definitely ask, sir, how do you find this question? I didn't see it. I make it up myself. I call it D. Okay, how are you going to find a shorter distance? Okay, whenever you want to do about shorter distance, right, you always remember it's related to the perpendicular. It's related to the 90 degree. So therefore, from P to OQ, so therefore I want to form a point P here, draw a 90 degree line to the OQ. Okay, definitely maybe it's not here. I just try to make it look as 90 as possible. Okay, this is the distance you want to find. Okay, so basically you trying to find is from point P to the OQ here. So therefore, if I want to find this one, definitely I will need to find one of the angle, and then I can use the Socatua to find this length. So therefore, if I want to find this one, maybe I will need to find about what's the angle Q here. I need to find about angle Q. Then I will use my cosine rule again to find my angle Q, which is how to find the angle Q here. So I will say cos Q, okay, will become, you want to find this angle, both sides, right? So it will be 11.662 square plus another one, which is both sides, right? 13.768 square minus the opposite length, minus 10 square over 2 times 11.662. This one is exactly the same formula like just now. Then after that, I will solve it, I will get an angle Q. So after I get the angle Q, the whole question becomes very easy already, right? You know the angle Q here, and you have the hypotenuse 768. Then you want to find the D, right? Then you can just use the Socatua to solve it. In this case, it's definitely a sine, right? They will just say sine Q is equals to distance over 13.768. By solving this one, you can get the so-called the shorter distance. So whenever you see the question ask you to find a shorter distance, definitely you want to make sure you need to find the angle, and then you want to make sure you understand about the 90 degree, because this 90 degree is what makes it shortest distance. Okay. Yeah, I see someone keeps spam here. I'm not sure Elvin is here or not, but I just kind of want to hide this user. Yeah, please do spam in the chat room. Yeah, we have about 1,000 people. I don't think I have enough time to actually hide student one by one. So yeah, I already sort of hide this student. I think this kind of people, they will just create another account and come in again. So anyways, yeah, let's continue about the motion along the straight line. Because I want to explain a little bit about the velocity time graph. So if you good in differentiation and integration, I strongly encourage you to do about motion along a straight line, because for me, the 4 questions, if I want to choose 2, right, one of it is definitely is a solution of triangle. Another one, if I do myself, I will do motion along a straight line. But a lot of school teacher doesn't teach motion along a straight line, then I would suggest a student go for index number. Personally, I don't like about linear programming. If you like, then you can go ahead to do that. Are you only going to do paper 2? Yes, today I will only focus on paper 2. Okay, so let's do about this question together. So a particle move along the straight line, initial velocity is b. Initial velocity, whenever you see initial in this topic, means what? Time equals to 0, v equals to b. Okay, this is something about initial velocity. Is displacement in meter after passing through O. After passing through O means what? Time equals to 0, displacement equals to 0. Okay, all this information, normally we need to use it to find C when we do integration. Alright, and then it gives us some information. S equals to t cubed minus 9t squared plus 15t. Alright, then the first thing is they ask us to find B. In order to find B, we need to have a velocity. Displacement to velocity. How are we going to do displacement to velocity? We just need to do ds dt, right? We know velocity means differential S. Okay, so it's 3t square minus 18t plus 15. Okay, this is my velocity. Okay, so right now my velocity will equals to the b when time equals to 0. 0 minus 0 plus 15. So over here my b is 15. Very easy. 2 mark. Okay, so you realize if you know about differentiation, right, you can do this. Okay, so yeah, it's quite easy to get these 2 marks. So let's move on. So the minimum velocity of the particle. So if you want to find the minimum velocity, like I say, minimum or maximum mean differentiate equal to 0. That's all. So minimum velocity basically mean differentiate velocity will equals to 0. Okay, if minimum acceleration mean differentiate acceleration equal to 0. Even though it's maximum acceleration also mean differentiate acceleration equals to 0. Okay, this is something, it's an important keyword in this topic. So therefore, I just want to differentiate my velocity here. So if I differentiate my velocity, I will do dv dt equal to 0. You should know dv dt is basically equals to a in this topic. Alright, if you don't know, please know it now. So this is 60 minus 18 equals to 0. So 60 equals to 18, t equals to 3. Okay, over here you haven't get full mark, you only will get 2 mark because the question doesn't ask you about time. The question asks you about velocity. So therefore, you will use this information to find the time. After you get the time, sub back into velocity equation. This is how you get about the 3 mark here. Okay, so v will equals to 3t squared minus 18t plus 15 isn't it? So therefore, will equals to 3 squared minus 18, 3 plus 15. Alright, so therefore, this one, you just type in the calculator lah. 27 minus 54 plus 15. Of course, in the exam, you just type the same thing if you are not so good in calculation. Alright, so then this is how I get about 3 marks. So it's negative 12 ms per second. Another 3 mark. Done. Okay, so therefore from here, at least I know my acceleration. My A is 60 minus 18. Okay, then the questions A3, the range of the value t when the particle moves to the right. Okay, just remember, when the particle moves to the right mean velocity bigger than 0. When particle moves to the, this is for right. When the particle moves to the left, mean less than 0. Okay, this is some keyword in this topic. So since over here they say move to the right, then I will just do bigger than 0. So I have the v equation 3t squared minus 18t plus 15 bigger than 0. I will divide 3 for the whole equation here because it's easier for me to factorize. Then now I will factorize t minus 5, t minus 1 bigger than 0. So then I will just do the range here. So t will be bigger than 5 or t will be less than 1. Okay, but normally I believe your school teacher will prefer you to draw out the diagram. It's shaded this area, isn't it? This is 1 and 5. So t will be bigger than 5, t will less than 1. This is how you get another 2 mark here. Okay, so then now we can sketch about velocity time graph. Okay, if you want to sketch about velocity time graph, first thing is I try to get the idea about this equation. Because what is this equation? This equation is basically a quadratic equation. And 3 is a positive. I know this equation is sort of something like U shape. Okay, because this is positive 3, right? Okay, then I want to have my initial velocity. When time equals to 0, I will add 0 here. I will add 15. Just now we find the b equal to 15, right? This one is the initial velocity. So therefore, at least I know about, okay, I will start with 15. Then I know when is my minimum velocity. My minimum velocity is basically when time equals to 3, right? Just now we did it, but I erased it. So the v will equals to negative 12. So this one is the minimum point of my graph. Okay, then they want me stop at 5. So I want to find another one which is V5. I want to know where is my V5 here. Then I'll just type everything in the calculator. 5 square. And then minus 18, 5 plus 50. I sub the 5 into the velocity equation and I get 0. Okay, which is nice. Okay, now I get the idea how my U shape will look like. I will start at 15 and then I will go to the negative 12 at the minimum and then I will stop at 0 at 5. So this one will be 5. So this one will be 3 and then I will end at negative 12. Okay, so you can see this is 0, right? So this is the graph I will draw from 0 to 5. So basically what I'm doing here is, first thing is I understand the velocity equation, which is 3t squared minus 18t plus 15. This one is a quadratic equation. Tell me I will get a U shape. Then normally I will find few information. If I want to sketch a graph, I will find when time equals to 0, what is my V, which is initial velocity we already have just now. And then I will find what is my minimum coordinate, which is when time equal, I will do dv dt equal to 0. So in just now we actually get t equal to 3, right? So I know my t equals to 3, my velocity actually at negative 12. This one at 15. And then I will find the last point of the range here. Because time range is tell me 0 to 5, right? So my range will 5 here. I want to know what is my velocity here, or V5. Okay? So do we need to put t equals to 1 in this graph? I don't think you need to, because I believe it's only 2 to 3 mark only. Oops. Okay, because some students ask why I will sub the 5 into here, because the time here they say from 0 to 5. So I want to make sure my graph actually will stop at 5 here. If you displacement time graph use back the same concept, yes, you can use back the same concept. So please talk a bit about probability distribution. I think most of us are not so familiar about that. Okay, maybe we can cover a little bit on probability distribution, which is the topic I like. So why A1 will get 3t minus 18t? Really? Did I get that for A1? No. A1 itself is basically just need to find B. So in order to find B, you need to have the velocity equation. Just differentiate the S and then sub t equal to 0, V equals to B into it to find B only. I think the 3t squared minus 18t plus 15 is after I differentiate the displacement here. So is it advisable to do your linear programming? If you are good in linear programming, please go do it. Yeah, as long as the 3 inequality you write is correctly, I think it's quite easy for some students. Just the part D you need to do about objective function, right? You need to draw the moving line to find the maximum or minimum profit, right? That one will be slightly difficult. Or else I think linear programming is okay also. I don't like, not because the topic is hard, because I'm lazy to draw the graph and it's very hard for me to draw the graph on my tablet. So this is the reason why I skip that topic. But if you love our linear programming, you can go ahead to do that. Alright, so if you don't have much questions, so please remember how to draw the graph. So first thing is you understand the quadratic equation. Normally your sketch the velocity time graph, right, or displacement time graph is always the quadratic equation. So you just want to make sure your quadratic equation the at squared plus bt plus c. Your a is bigger than 0 or a is less than 0. If less than 0, you will get this one will give this one, right? So at least you get some idea. And then find the time equal to 0 and find the last time. And then middle, what you need to find is maximum or minimum point. Okay? So yeah, so let's move on to some other questions. Okay, some student actually asked me about the distribution. Okay, let's have a look at some distributions also. This teacher really helped me a lot in my SPM back in 2016. I saw my student like 4 years ago. Alright, so I remember I did about this paper, but why like all the questions look very unfamiliar with me. I'm not sure. Did I do the Selangor paper too before? Okay, but never mind. Let's check out these questions. How to find the turning point? Just do dy dx equal to 0. Okay, so a survey is carried out about a girl guide in a school. It found that the means of the number of girl guides member is it guild? Is it girl guilds? Yeah, I think it's girl guild, isn't it? I just hate when I pronounce the words wrongly. Yeah, because so I always, whenever I see some words I'm not so sure about the pronunciation, I will just use the Google. Guilds. Okay. So so yeah, the means of the number of girl guilds member is 460. So we know means basically mean MP is 420. And then variance is 147. So what is variance? Variance is MPQ, mean is MP. Remember this, huh? So therefore MPQ will be 147. So and the probability that the student participate in the girl guild is P. Okay, so then we want to find the value of P. So what we want to do right now is we just sub the MP into the MPQ. So my MP will become 420, isn't it? Q equals to 147. Then Q equals to 147 over 420. So 147 divided by 420. And then you will get 0.35. But then we want to find P. The question doesn't ask us to find Q, isn't it? So P equals to 1 minus Q. Alright, you should know this, huh? Because P plus Q is always equals to 1. Alright, so is you will get 0.65. Okay, so just 1 minus 0.35, you will get 0.65. Then I get 2 mark. I believe it's 2 to 3 mark. I'm not sure. I think it's 2 mark. Alright, then if 9 students from the school are children at random, find the probability that more than 6 students participate in the girl guilds here. So therefore, I want to find the probability when x is bigger than 6. So it's more than 6, right? What we want to do is we will just plus probability x equals to 7 plus probability x equals to 8 plus until the last one, probability x equals to 9. Alright, definitely you can sub into this formula x equals to r NCR PR Q n minus r. This formula is given, but you just need to know how to use it. So over here I will just show you some demo here. So your n over here in this question, your n is 9, your p is 0.65, your q is 0.35. So you just sub everything into this formula, and then I think you can easily get the formula, the answer. So this is 9C7, 0.65 power of 7, and then 0.35 power of 2. Okay, this one 2 is 9 minus 7, so you get 2. And then the next one is 9C8, and then I copy the same thing, power of 8. The last one is power of 1 here, and then plus this one is 9C9, 0.65 power of 9, and then 0.35 power of 0. Okay, so then you can just type the calculator one by one, but if I do myself, I will play some cheat here because I have this calculator. I go into distribution, this one called binomial PD. Okay, actually you can do both binomial PD and CD, but because I need the working, so I will go to list here, and then I will enter my x value, which is 7, 8, and 9 here, and then my n is 9 here, my p is 0.65. And then the calculator actually will find me all the value I want for when x equals to 7, x equals to 8, and x equals to 9, which is like 0.2161 plus 0.1003 plus 0.0207. Okay, then you just plus everything together, you can get the 5 mark nicely here. Okay, so Yes, some student asked about is f prime x equals to dy dx. Yes. Basically, this one like 1 prime actually mean differentiate 1 time. You see 2 prime like this one mean d2y dx square. Or differentiate fx for 2 times. Okay, so yeah, then we go to the distribution, which is the part B. Because part A normally is binomial, and then part B is normal distribution. So, okay, let's have a look on the part B here. The height of the Girl Guides member in the school follow the normal distribution. So mean is 132 and standard deviation is 15. You must be very careful because sometimes the question doesn't give you the standard deviation, they'll give you a variance. Then you cannot straight away take it. You make sure you want to square it to get the standard deviation. Okay, then what we want to do right now is, so the question asks us to find the probability the member, children, and random from a group have the height less than. So you should know in this case x will be the height of the Girl Guides. So they want the height is less than 126. So therefore, in order to do normal distribution, we need to change it to the z. So I will change it to the z. But in order to change to z, right, this is x value, isn't it? Z formula is x minus mean over standard deviation. So I want to do this one for my 126. 126 minus 132 over 50. Alright, then I will just type the calculator for this. 126 minus 132 divided by 50. So probability z will be less than negative 0.4. Then what we want to do here is we will need to draw out the bell-shaped diagram. Middle will be just 0. Negative 0.4, I just assume somewhere here, negative 0.4. Actually, this one is just estimate, just estimate. Alright, because here is until negative 3, so negative 0.4 maybe is somewhere here. And then less than, do you see less than? Normally less than is like this, isn't it? I will add an arrow like this because it asks you to shade the other side. Then I will shade this side according to the arrow. Alright, I want to find this area. If you learn about this topic, right, you see the less and negative together, you can simply change them into the bigger than 0.4. Why? Because the graph, right, is symmetry. The left hand side will equal to the right hand side. So let's say this is 0.4, this is negative 0.4. We know that both of the area here will be the same area. And this area actually represents the probability. So therefore, I can just simply change it into the positive. But why do I need to change to the positive? Because your z value table don't have the negative z value. So if I go to my z value table, I hope it provide here. You can see here. So this is your z score. You can see over here is from 0 to positive 3. You don't have any negative z value. So therefore, if just now negative 0.4, right, there's no way you can find where is z equals to negative 0.4. So if I change to positive, yes, then I can see 0.4, 0. I will take this value, which is 0.3446. So therefore, I know this area. Where is the area? I know this area is equals to 0.3446. And this area is same with the other side area as well, isn't it? So therefore, I know the final answer is 0.3446. Alright, this is how to use the z value table to find. But if I have this calculator, I will just go to the distribution. And then I will go to the binomial CD, which is number 2. And then my lowest will be negative infinity. So I will say negative 10 power of 99. It doesn't matter. I just want a very extremely big number in negative. Upper will be negative 0.4. And I type enter for twice. I will get exactly the same answer you get from the you get from the table, which is 0.3446. Without needed use the table. The negative, no need to put on the area. Yeah, I'm not sure I understand you for Desmond. Because the area actually means the probability. The z value is something like x-axis. is something like x-axis. You just imagine x-axis, you can have positive value and negative value, right? But then because the table provide is only help you to find this area only, because your table can only find from 0 up to 3 only. So therefore, this is what you get from the table. But the table provide over here cannot help you to find the other side. So therefore, the reference book actually teach you whenever you have any value on the other side, you need to convert it to the positive before you find the table. But because nowadays all of us have calculator, so I will just use a calculator to do it. Okay, if you want to know how to use a calculator to do this, I made about 40 video in my YouTube channel in one playlist called Casio Tips, something like this. You can go to check it out. Definitely you look for the probability distribution. I definitely teach you how to type over there. So in this live streaming, I will not demo like until too long. If you really want to rewatch it again, I believe this video will upload to the YouTube later. Okay, we're done about part A. We go to the part B. Okay, the value of H, if the 25% of the girl guilds member have the height more than H. So I know X actually means the height, right? Height will more than H, we have about 25%. So 25% basically means 0.25, isn't it? So then now we actually need to do about inverse normal. Okay, so right now, they give you a probability means what? Means they actually give you the area. So they tell you more than, I put an arrow for it, they want me to shade the other side, my right hand side. So I just assume H is somewhere here. So this is 0.25. Okay, so definitely if I do like this, this is not accurate because this is Z, right? But then my H is X, so I cannot write H here. I need to change it to the Z first, which is minus mean over standard deviation. Okay, this is more accurate. So this one should be minus 132 over 15. Okay, this is called Z score right now, or we call it standard score. Okay, so how are you going to do right now is, if this is bigger and this value is like less than 0.5, congrats, because you no need to change anything. You can just find from your table. So you just need to look for 0.25 here. So probability will be inside here. Okay, just need to remember whatever value inside here is the probability. Okay, so I want to find 0.25 here. So 0.25 is somewhere here, but I need to minus the 14. So I don't have 14, the nearest one is 13. So it's called what? 0.674. So I will take 0.674 as my answer. So therefore, it will equals to the H minus 132 over 15 equals 0.674. Yeah, if I use this calculator, it will be slightly different because this calculator can only show the negative side. So therefore, if I go to inverse normal, my area is 0.25. My calculator will tell me the negative answer. This is the answer the calculator will tell me. So therefore, if I type enter, the calculator will say it's negative 0.74. But it's the same one, but in this case, it's a positive. So therefore, I can use the calculator to check my answer is correct or wrong. Then right now, I use 0.674, multiply 15, plus 132. Then I get my 5 mark easily here. So therefore, H is 142.11. So therefore, it means what? It means the girl guilds will have the height is more than 142 centimeter is considered very high. Yeah, and you only have 25% of the girl which have this kind of height here. Alright, let's see, is there anything I want to answer? Yeah, I think we have about 1,100 students here, is very crazy. So yeah, I believe definitely among the 1,000 students here, definitely have some expert here. If you find any comment you are pro enough to answer them, please help me to answer. Can show if the probability is bigger than 0.5. Okay, if probability is bigger than 0.5, then it's another story. So let's say today I have about use exact lah. Okay, straight away use exact. I'm too lazy to convert. Okay, let's say I'm bigger than k is 0.6. Okay, this is what happened. If you have the value more than 0.5, right? Because you know in your bell-shaped diagram, right? One side is only 0.5. The other side is another 0.5. So it's more than 0.5, like in this case 0.6, right? It's more than telling me I need to go this direction. So therefore, in this case, my k is actually the negative value here. Because I need to shade the area, and this area must look like more than 0.5. Because 0.5, I only shade half of the bell-shaped diagram. Is more than it, definitely I need to shade more than it. So then what I want to do here is, because like I say, if k is negative value, you can't find from the table because your table don't have negative value. Then what you need to do here is you need to find you need to use this part. So since here is 0.6, we know here will be 0.4 because add up must be 1. And how are we going to label about this area here? We call it z is less than k equals to 0.4. Isn't it? Because I want to shade this part, right? So which is less than. So I know k is negative value, right? I say less than negative. If you see less than negative at the same time, we can change it into the bigger, right? So therefore, because both sides 0.4 will be symmetry. So therefore, in order to do this, right, you know, in order to find the probability z is bigger than k, you need to do is to 1 minus probability z is less than sort of the negative k lah. Okay, then this one you can find from the table. Okay, because less than negative, you can change it into bigger as well. Bigger than negative k. Okay, this negative actually is positive value. Because I write like this, I think a lot of you will go crazy. Because this one is the negative value. If I add the negative for negative value, this one is the positive value. Okay, so yeah, it seems confused. But yeah, this is what you can do. So therefore, what I want to do is, if I don't want to do like that, because I just want to know what is the k is. So I will just go to the table to find out what is 0.4. Because why? If you go to this table, right, you check the probability. The higher value is 0.5 only. If you have 0.6, right, there's no way you can find the value, right? Because there's no other value bigger than 0.6. But like just now, I use that method, I can get about 0.4. So I will just go to the 0.4 and then I minus about 13. To have 13, I will get 12. And then I will add the negative for my answer. Yeah, this is how I will do the question just now. So this one I call what? 0.253. 0.253. Okay. So where's the example here? So this one here will be negative 0.253. Okay, and then you want to know, is it correct? So I can use a calculator to show you probability z is bigger than negative 0.253 is equals to 0.6. I just go to my calculator menu here, and then I go to normal CD. This one I put negative 253. Upper is positive infinity. I do 10 power of 99. Then you realize it's very close to 0.6, isn't it? I cannot get exactly the 0.6 here because I only do 3 decimal here. If I do more than 3 decimal, that's definitely I will get the correct answer here. Okay, so this is what happens if you have more than 0.6. Okay, so anything you want to ask me before I move on to the next questions? Yeah, if the sign is less than and probability is more than 0.5, actually it's very similar. I have a teaching video about probability distribution. If you have a very weak foundation, I strongly encourage you to actually go to watch that video, or you can even watch other teacher video. It's fine. Yeah, a lot of you asked about trigo. Let's go to have a look at trigo question then. I hope this paper have trigo because it seems like I don't see any trigo. Oh my god, the first question. So is that Chinese tea? Yeah, this is a Chinese tea to avoid me falling asleep. What is the difference between CD and PD? Okay, CD is cumulative distribution. PD is probability distribution. Basically, CD is whenever you have the sign like inequality. Your sign is inequality, then we will use CD. If the sign is equal, then we use PD. Right? I make some video about this as well. You can check it out. So can you do paper 1? No, today I will actually do paper 2. But I have ton of paper 1 discussion in my YouTube channel. If you are interested in paper 1, please go check it out. And I also have the video about permutation and combination and tell you how to differentiate it, and go check it out as well. What about probability in the middle? The probability will never in the middle one. If the probability in the middle, basically it means 0.5, right? It's a bonus mark. You just write 0.5, you'll get full mark. Why I'm lacking? I believe it's because your internet connection trying to put at the lower resolution. Or if you're using Wi-Fi, just go to somewhere have the better connection. How are you today, sir? Yeah, I'm fine. Okay, let's do about this question. They asked me to sketch the graph for the modulus -3/2 sine 2x. Okay, so it's quite easy. I'm not sure why they put a negative and then a modulus at the same time, because basically whenever we see the negative inside the modulus, we'll always make it positive, isn't it? So if I want to sketch this graph, right, I know 3/2 is my amplitudes. 2x basically means I have 2 cycles in 2 pi. So therefore, I will just draw like this first. Okay, this one is y equals to 3/2 sine 2x. Okay, then if I have the negative, is in red color. So this is 2 pi lah, definitely. So this is y equals to -3/sine 2x. Okay, right now, the question want this one, but the question add about modulus for it. So if you add modulus means what? Whatever at the below the x-axis one, we're going to reflect, become positive, isn't it? So I will have some reflect like this, and I have a reflection like this, and then I will erase it. So I will have something like this. Yeah, my drawing is very ugly, but you need to draw nicely a little bit. Okay, let me just redraw it. It's too ugly, I cannot accept. I need to put some screen protector here to make my drawing easier here. Quite hard to draw at a Wacom tablet. Alright, so here will be 2 pi. Here will be pi. Here will be pi over 2. Here will be 3 pi over 2. The maximum will be 3/2. This is 0. Okay, then I'm done here. Okay, then what we want to do next is we need to draw a suitable straight line. So what I want to do right now is I must have the this one, I believe I think this question has some problem because the question here doesn't have modulus, and I don't think we can simply add the modulus by ourselves. So I don't know if like this, I will just add the modulus, assume the question has some typing error, okay? Because we cannot simply add the modulus by ourselves. So I will move to the other side, become negative modulus 3 over 2 sine 2x. Alright, then the whole thing here is the y, isn't it? Y will equals to x over 2 pi. Then normally I will draw a table for it. I will put x and y here. And then what is the x coordinate I want to put? Follow the range 0 to 2 pi. 0 to 2 pi. Alright, then I sub into the x here. Y will get 0. I sub 2 pi into the x here. I will get 1. Okay, so then I will just shade the shaded region. I will just connect the line. So we have about 0, 0 and 2 pi at 1. So 2 pi 1 is somewhere here. Then connecting them. Alright, number of solution will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I had 8 number of solution. Okay, this is how we do this kind of questions. So yeah, normally it's quite easy. And if you worry about the proving part, right? Yeah, you can go to check out. I actually do quite a lot of proving part questions there. Why y sub 2 pi is equals to 1. Okay, because if you sub the 2 pi into here, sub the 2 pi into the x here, you just imagine y will equals to 2 pi over 2 pi, isn't it? Simplify, you get 1. Okay, so yeah, I will not discuss any trigonometry. I will not discuss any paper 1 questions today. If you want, I have plenty of paper 1 discussion in my channel. Can go to check it out. Alright, so okay. Let's see, is there any question I want to discuss here? All very simple. No, not much surprise here. Okay, let's see some other paper as well. So can follow the exact skew for the graph. Yeah, you can follow the exact skew, no problem. So how to do function? Alright, let's see about index number first. Function normally didn't come out in paper 2, so it's the paper 1. Okay, let's have a look at index number. So the table 14 should show the price index corresponding weightage. So weightage is over here. In four type of food in the year 2019 based on year 2017. So given that the price of A in 2017 is 8 ringgit per tray and the price increased to 10 ringgit 40 cents per tray in 2019, calculate the U. Okay, so this is the price index. They tell you some information. This is very important information. If you do this one in the exam, you make sure you pay attention at this one. Year 2019 based on 2017. So normally I will write the short form like this. This is the index number for 19 based on 17. Because why? Later, if I want to do any formula, I will use the price. I will use a price like 2019 over price for 2017 multiply 100. Okay, so this is the reason why I write 19 first, then only 17. Because 17 will be my base year. Okay, so exactly in this case, they tell me about the 8, right? So And ask us to calculate the U. I I will need more information because I will get a U, but I think my U should... Oh, U will be price index, right? Okay, then it's okay. I thought U and W is price index. No, I'm a bit blur. Okay, so price for 2019 is 10 ringgit 40 cent. This one is 8 ringgit, multiply 100. Then I can easily get the U. So this 2 mark is the bonus mark for all the students. Yeah, the good thing about index number, right? Normally part A and B and C is a bonus mark. Only the part D will be slightly difficult. So the U will be 130. Okay, so just remember, base year always put at the bottom. Okay, then we do the next one. Okay, they tell us the composite index 2019 based on 2017 is 120. So composite index is given 120. They ask us to find W, and then they ask us to find some money expenses. So since I know the composite index is 120, then this is 130. So please let me write the 130 here. Okay. Right now, composite index is sum of index multiply weightage over sum of weightage. This formula is given also, so you don't need to worry here. So okay, so 120 is given, composite index 120. So what you want to do is you need to use I to multiply W. This is I, this is W. You need to multiply both of these. So like 115 multiply with 4 plus 130 multiply with W, and then plus 114 multiply with 2W plus 1. And then last one is 150 multiplied with 1. Right, over total weightage basically means all the W plus together. This is sum of weightage. So 4 plus 1 is 6. 2W plus W is 3W. So this is 6 plus 3W. Alright, you just need to solve this equation and then you can easily get the value of the W here. So this one will be 720 plus 360W. Okay, I move this one to the other side. And then the rest of the thing I will just use a calculator. I don't want to trust my brain so much. Plus 150. And then I plus another 114. Okay, so I have 724. I'm solving this number, and this number. Okay, then I want to plus the W. 2 need to multiply 114 also. Plus 130. Now I solve for W. So I have about 358 W. So right now if I solve the W is 2W. If I solve this number I will get 4. So W equals to 2. Done. Alright, so over here you just need to know about the composite index. Yeah, the 120 is given over here. This question tell you the composite index is 120. So this is how I get the 120. So yes, the W will equals to 2. Same sir. Same, I don't trust my brain. Yeah, sometimes I just trust the calculator. Alright, so then the question says what? The money expenses on the food in 2017, if the money expenses of the food in 2019 is 1,800. This one you just use the composite index. Remember, composite index is still the index number. So I can use the normal index formula. What's the index formula? Price for 2019 over price for 2017 times 100. So composite index is still the index number. Composite index just the combine of all the index number only. Alright, so this one, price for 2019, I have already 1,800. Price for 2017 is what I want to find, times 100. So this 2 mark is really the bonus mark here. So yeah, then I will just solve this one. Basically, price for 2017 is equals to 1,800 over 1.2. Okay, just solve it slowly lah. You will get exactly same as mine. So therefore, price for 2017 will be RM 1,500. Yeah, this is what I say. Normally, the first, like this one is like 5 mark. Just now I have 2 mark. The first 7 mark is easy. Normally, only the last part will be slightly hard here. Okay, so the expenses of the food increased 35% from 2017 to... Okay, so I know index number for 2020 based on 17 is increase 35% is 135, huh? Because 100 will be base percentage. Alright, find the composite index for 2000 base 2019. Okay, in order to get this one, right, I kind of need some equation. Okay, so we know that composite index for what, for 1917 is 120, isn't it? Okay, so this one I can change it into the something like, you want to use P also can, use Q also can. But for formula given using Q, okay, so I just use a Q. So time hundreds will equals to 120. So I can move the multiply 100 to the other side, become divide 100. Okay, why I want to do that, right? So here I need to do some change rule. So I'm not sure you can see or not. So this one is Q20 over Q17 multiply 100 equals to 135, isn't it? Okay, so I can move my time 100 to the other side, become over 100. Then this one I can do some chain rule, some magic will happen here. So you can see I separate them. And then here I do about Q19. This one I will do about Q19. Because chain rule tell me that this is 1.35. So because the chain rule actually tell me that I can actually just simplify them, right? Just imagine this one and this one I can cut. I get back the same thing, isn't it? So it doesn't change the value here. But why I want to do like that? Because I have about Q17 and 19, which is exactly this one. And then I want to find about this one, 2019. So therefore, what I want to do right now is, oops, this is 120 over 100. This is 1.35. So this is Q20 over Q19 multiply. Then this is 1.2, right? So 1.35 divided by 1.2. So therefore, I will have about 1.125. But this is not the index number, right? So in order to get the index number, you kind of need to multiply 100 for both sides. Then I multiply 100 here. I multiply 100 here. Yeah, but this one is actually just to show you the working. If I do myself, I hardly will do like this, okay? So therefore, 2019. This is 112.5. Okay, this is the index number they are looking for. Yeah, I just kind of like, can I do? Yes, you can do 2020 over 2017 multiply 17 over 19. Can you do like that? Let me see. Yes, you can. I think you can. You will get the same result as well. So yeah, just depend you think which method is good for you. Yeah, because if I do myself, right, because I know this one is actually, I know this one is basically index number for 2019 multiply index number for 1917. Then I will get sort of something like this. This one is based on my understanding. So, and then divide 100 divide 100. Okay, so if I do myself, I will just straight away substitute the thing into here. The index number for this one is what I want to find. I will leave it. This one is basically is 120 over 100 equals to 135. Yeah, then I will straight away get the answer like this. So this is like 135 times 100 divided by 120. So I will straight away get the answer like this. Yeah, but I don't straight away teach like this because a lot of students will ask me, sir, how do you know that, or why you will do like that? Because normally I remember as long as the middle letter is the same, right, I can just cancel out. Then I will get 220 and 17, 20 and 17. Do you see that? Yeah, this is how I remember the change rule formula here. So just depend which method you want. Just 3 mark here. Yeah, I already like talk non-stop for about 1.5 hours. We still have 1,000 students with me. It depends. If you have no much question, then maybe I will end early. if you have non-stop questions I want to answer, the question I want to answer, then I will continue until like 12. Alright. So can you sketch the graph for y1 minus y equals to 1 minus tangent 3x 0 to pi? Okay, this one a bit interesting me. Okay, let's have a look some graphing thing here. Okay, because tangent is slightly different, so this is the reason why I suddenly decide to actually draw about this equation. Okay, so remember, for tangent, right, bx is actually always equals to pi only. So we have like sine bx, cos bx, tangent bx. So for sine and cos, bx will equals to 2 pi. Because their standard one cycle is 2 pi. But for tangent, bx is equals to pi. Because for tangent, standard will be 180 for one cycle. So over here, my b will be 3, right? So what I want to do right now is 3x equals to pi, x equals to pi over 3. Okay, this is what we call periods. Okay, in simple word, basically mean my one cycle of tangent graph. Okay, so right now if I want to draw between 0 to pi, you need to ask yourself how many pi over 3 you have there. So therefore, yeah, you should know pi basically have 3 of the pi over 3, isn't it? So over here you need to draw 3 cycle. And then this is 1 minus, right? 1 is a positive 1, then I need to start with the positive 1 here. So this one, the positive 1, I will just assume is my new x-axis. This is x. So the positive 1, I will just assume is my new x-axis, because why? I need to draw on the y equals to 1 here. Okay, so then I will start drawing. So this is negative tangent. Okay, so for standard one, positive tangent, we will start drawing like this. Okay, this is for tangent x. But however, if we have the negative tangent, then we need to draw like this. Okay, this one will be negative tangent x. So this is negative. So this is the reason why I need to start drawing like this. Let me draw nicely a little bit. Ah, yeah. Oh my god. Okay, then I will draw stop at here. This one is what we call one cycle, pi over 3. Okay, this is the reason why I do 3x equals to pi, because I want to find out what is my range of one cycle here. Okay, then like I say, I need to draw up to pi. I need to draw this one exactly. I want to duplicate 3 times. I mean, do another 2 more lah. So therefore, I will just do another 2 more. Second cycle, stop at plus pi over 3 again, you'll get 2 pi over 3. And then I want to duplicate 1 more time. Third cycle, plus pi over 3 again, I will reach pi. Okay, this is how you draw this one. Yeah, when you draw that time, you must be very careful. Yeah, make sure you don't make any clear mistake. Alright, no problem. Okay, Let's have a look some other questions. So how do you draw about okay, since we have about similar K-bar question I discussed on Sunday night, I think. Yeah, this student asked me this question again, so I will just discuss here to benefit all the students here. Yeah, thanks the question from Gene 11. Okay, this one is one of the students showed me on last week. And I already told the student this kind of question will not come out in SPM. But like I said last year, tangent half angle will not come out in SPM. And if you did the past year paper for last year, you realize tangent half angle actually come out in SPM. So right now I actually don't dare to say, okay, this one confirm doesn't come out. Okay, because what? Normally in SPM, right, your trigonometry graph is a sine bx plus c. But you doesn't do anything to change the angle like this. Because what this do is, this because normally you only move your graph up and down only. But the x plus pi over 2 actually move your graph left and right. So this one actually you want to move to the left direction, pi over 2. Okay, so this one I teach in IB or A level or even Murphy. So I never see the question like this in SPM. But then the student actually got from, I'm not sure, the reference book or your textbook. So yeah. So what if the exam come out something like this? What you should do? Okay, this is, if you don't like, just assume you learn something extra today. Okay, if I want to draw until 0 to 2 pi, this is sine 1x. Amplitude will be 2. Okay, so basically, I only need to draw one cycle enough. But then I want to move whole of my cycle to the other side. So I show you about this one first. 2 sine x. Okay, if you have 2 sine x, the graph is very easy. The graph is just like this. This one will be 2. This one will be -2. This one will be 2 pi. Alright, then this one will be pi over 2. This is 1, right? And then this one will be pi over 2. Okay, right now you imagine if I want to move this one, I want to move this part to my left hand side. Then my graph is only left this one, isn't it? But then I know the sine graph is actually can continue until infinity one. I can actually keep on continue my graph. Depend how far I want. So because I moved the pi over 2 to the other side, then I need to take another pi over 2 from here. So this one is basically 5 pi over 2. Okay, so therefore, if I move already, I will need to take this part. So therefore, my graph will look like this. This is the cos graph. You are right. Cos and sine actually is like 90-degree difference. Okay, so yeah, this is 2 pi. This is pi. This is pi over 2. This is 3 pi over 2. This one will be 2. This one will be -2. Alright, so this one will be y equals to 2 sine x plus pi over 2. Okay. Yeah, it is something a bit out of your syllabus, but if you ask me, I think yeah, yes, this is how you do. Why left is not right? This one you kind of need to understand. If the sign here is positive, mean move left. If the sign here is negative, it means move right. Okay, this is something yeah, you can go to YouTube. I believe a lot of master actually teach about higher level. This one called transformation of trigonometry graph. Yeah, you can go check it out. Okay, of course, if you really have no idea, it either moves left or right. One of the easiest way I will always recommend my student do is draw out a table. And then x and y. Okay, let's say now I have this equation, right? I just give myself some value 0, pi over 2, pi, 3 pi over 2, and 2 pi. Okay, then if you sub the 0 into here, let's see. Change the calculator in radian first. This is 2 sine. X right now will be 0 plus pi over 2. Okay, realize the first number is 2. And then I change the 0 into the pi over 2. Pi over 2. And then I will get 0. And then I change the number into the pi. Pi. This one I get negative 2. And then I change the value into the 3 pi over 2. And then I get 0. And then I change the value into 2 pi. And then I get 2. See my coordinate. 0, 0, 2. Pi over 2 at 0. Pi at negative 2. 3 over 2 pi at 0. This one at 2. Then you just plot it. You will definitely get the same graph as well. Okay, so yeah, because transformation of trigonometry graph in SPM so far, because I already do almost all the state paper, past year paper, and some model paper, I never see it will move left and right one. But since the student asked me, then I will just explain a little bit. Any tips about time management for paper 1 or 2? Okay, time management actually I say many times already. So when you do the exam paper, right, I strongly recommend you do like this. When you read the question one time, your brain have no idea this question is what this question is talking about. Then you just skip this question first, do the next question, because you trust your instinct. So when you read the question one time, you already get the idea. Okay, so your brain already have the idea how to start. Then you can try to do that one. If you really think you might understand that question, then you can read about 2 times. But if you read about 2-3 times, you also no idea what the question talking about, skip the question first. Because you just imagine exam is something like playing games. We want to get as many tokens as possible, right? So we want to get as many points as possible. So therefore, we always go for the easier one first. A lot of students ask me, sir, paper 2, should I go for section C first or not? I will say depend. If you can do section C really fast and you love section C very much, then you can go ahead and do section C first. But normally section C will take more time. But also depend. Sometimes section C is very easy. I do section C, actually I do quite fast. So it's very depend, like if you so when I get the exam paper, let's say you have 10 page. Normally I will just like faster find those questions I'm very pro at one. Means those questions for me is very easy. Then I will definitely do the questions. It's easy for me first. I secure all the mark first. Then the rest of the time, I start to challenge those hard questions. Okay, and some students ask me like, sir, how do I recognize is it K-bar or not? Because some students are worried they will spend a very long time for K-bar question. From my experience, so far a lot of K-bar question, they will have a picture one. They have a lot of picture and the question normally is very long one. And then they will draw you a very nice picture over there, and then you read finish already, you have no idea what is going on one. Those questions, some student can spend half an hour for one question. So I will strongly recommend you to skip the K-bar question first. Go to do whatever question is easy to score one and faster get the mark. Because like I say, sometimes the A minus is just 50 mark. Okay, you have the idea of 50 mark or not? 50 mark means what? Paper 1, you have 80 mark, you can wrong for 40 mark, you know. That means you keep on make mistake. You can keep on make mistake up to 40 mark, you still get A. And like paper 2, you have 100 mark. you can get wrong for 50 mark, you know. So for me, if A minus is 50 mark, I believe a lot of you can easily get A minus. So I don't know. So what I want you to do is you should always aim higher, and then in exam try your best to do it. Definitely, I'm not saying A minus must be 50 mark because the boundary every year is not the same. But I would say if you can secure about 60, most likely you will get about A minus. Yeah, if you can get about 65, I think it's definitely is A plus already. Yeah, it's every year is different. I just now I try to go to Google and see can I find any reference. Yeah, actually I couldn't find any reference. If anyone of you have the reference, you can let me know. But we should always aim higher a little bit because MF A minus is actually quite low. Can I use pencil? Never use pencil. Okay, only when you draw a graph then you use pencil. What is the passing rate? I don't know. I heard it's about 12 to 18 mark. You already get D. But everything also is very depend. Like example, maybe you are batch 2003, right? So let's say for this batch, right, you have a lot of very smart students. Most of the students in Malaysia doing very well. Then suddenly the boundary will go until very high. Because this is like what you learn from normal distribution is about boundary because the government want to make sure, let's say they want to make sure about at least 40% of the student pass, then they will adjust the boundary. They will say, okay, we only want to have 20% of students get A minus. Then they will adjust the line boundary. If all of you do very, very bad, then I believe the boundary will go until super low. So therefore, I do not know what is exactly the passing mark, but I heard it's about 12 to 20, you already passed the paper. So you imagine 20 means what? 100% on your paper 2, you wrong about 80%, you still pass the paper, which is, I think, is a bit not logic for me. But this is what it is lah. Because I don't know, maybe most of the students who took MF in Malaysia doesn't do very well in this topic. So this is the reason why the boundary go until super low. So, but what I say is from what I heard, it's not like grantee and then some student get 50 and doesn't get A, then they come to my channel and scold me. Please don't do that because I'm not sure. But then this is what I heard. Alright, so let's go. Let's see. Yeah, I want to talk about integration now because for me, integration is one of the very easy topics. Tomorrow have 4 hours about MF. Any suggestion on what to do? Yeah, because a lot of you actually asking me like which topic should you do? Or which topic should you choose? Like which topic is easier to score? Actually, it's very hard to say one because it's very depend which topic you actually can understand. Okay, because it's last minute already, it's very hard for me to recommend you a lot of topic. But then actually in my YouTube or Facebook, I recommend some easy topic over there. You can go check it out at one of the posts there. But yeah, like sometimes if you ask me, I myself I love to do question related to differentiation and integration because I can do a lot without sketching thing, without need to find the table and all that. So I love differentiation and integration. So I will choose differentiation and integration. But for students, they might not understand well about this topic. So therefore, I will say which topic to do is depend on which topic you can do right now. And tomorrow is just right now is about, I think, less than 12 hours before your exam. So it's very hard for me to ask you to go to study a new chapter. So what I can do is, if you are like never passed before or your MF only get single digits, what I can recommend you to do right now is definitely have some topic you find not that hard, isn't it? So if those topics you find not that hard, you go to master it. Means what? At least the question come out on that topic, right? At least you can do. At least you can secure about 4 mark, 6 mark, or 8 mark, or 10 mark. Then, like I say, is passing rate is so low. So my idea is, yeah, you can get one question correct means one question correct. So yeah, you're trying to get about few question correct, then at least you pass already. Then you get few more question correct, you get credit. Few more question correct, then you get B, and so on. At the end, you can get A minus. Yeah, but if you never pass below 4 and you aim for credit, then definitely do your best. I can say do your best and try to not make the carry mistake. Because if you already like so little mark already, you still make the carry mistake, is very very unforgivable. So yeah, make sure you don't make any carry mistake. And like what I say, before exam at least sleep for 5 hours. Yeah, I say this one for modern math as well. Because for MF, you definitely need to use a lot of your brain. So if you have not enough sleep, you very easy to feel panic and your brain will suddenly get blank. So yeah, if you want to sleep now, yeah, you can go ahead and sleep now. Yeah, tomorrow if you want to rewatch this video, yeah, tomorrow you can wake up early and watch. Yeah, some students say about statistic. Maybe I can check out a statistic also. But statistic is like not every paper also got statistic one, isn't it? Because sometimes I didn't see statistic questions. Yeah, you see this paper don't have statistic. Let me see, do we have any statistic here? See, we don't have statistic over here as well. So yeah, statistic is the topic. It's very depend. Yeah, it doesn't come out in every year. Okay, maybe we talk about. Yeah, actually, this question I discussed before lah, but I'm not sure how many of you actually watched my previous video. Yeah, this one I discussed at my MRSM, but this is something not common, and the formula, I think for combined variant, the formula is not given, right? Yeah, I want to discuss about the combined variance only. This is something quite different with the normal statistic question you do. Okay, so before you do the combined variance, right, the formula is like this. You want to find sum of x squared for first data. Yeah, you have two group of data normally, plus sum of x squared for second group of data divided by both of their n1 plus n2. Okay, then you minus sum of x1 plus sum of x2 over n1 plus n2. Okay, the n1 is basically is a total number of group 1, n2 will be total number of group 2. Alright, so okay, so what we want to do here is okay, for this one, how many people we have? We have about 5 people, right? So I will say my n1 is 5. This one I have 1, 2, 3, 4. I will say my n2 is 4. Alright, then the question asked me to find the mean for omega group. So in order to find the mean is basically, yeah, we have both of these data, right? So what we want to do right now is yeah, we can use the variance, standard deviation. Standard deviation square is the variance, right? Variance formula is sum of x squared over n minus mean square. Okay, mean is basically sum of x over n. Alright, then I will sub into this one to find my mean here. So this is 4 square equals to 260. My n is 5, isn't it? Minus mean square. So like from this I can get my means over here by solving this equation. So my mean square is actually 260 over 5 minus 16. And then I want to find the mean, I will square root the whole thing. So the square root of 260 over 5 minus 16, which is 4 square. Alright, so my mean will be 6. Okay, then for part B, they say given that the mean of omega group and gamma group are the same. So therefore, both of them also have the mean of 6. Okay, then yeah, we want to find the whole data. Okay, so then what I want to do right now is I want to find sum of x squared for first group for omega and sum of x squared for the second group. Alright, so but before that I will use the mean to find sum of x first. Okay, so for omega, I do it for omega first. So the mean is 6, right? So I know sum of x over n equals to 6. So sum of x is basically 30. Alright, then for gamma, sum of x over n, which is 4, equals to 6. So sum of x, I will say x1 and x2, okay? Sum of x2 is 24, x1. Alright, then I want to have sum of x squared. The sum of x squared for omega is given 260, no need to find. So sum of x squared for group 1 is 260. But this one, it doesn't give, but at least they give us some standard deviation, which is 5. Then I will use the standard deviation to use the variance formula. Variance equals to sum of x squared over n minus mean square. Okay, variance is 5 squared, isn't it? So from here, I can get my sum of x squared. Okay, I will just solve this data. 25 plus 36 times 4. So it's 244. Okay, now this is the data I want. 1, 2, 3, 4. So I need to use all this data to find my combined variance. Okay, you can see what I'm doing here. So sum of x squared, the first data is 260. The second data is 244. And then this one is basically 4 plus 5. 4 plus 5, which is 9. My brain straight away do 9. Minus, there's a square here. Alright, it's just in case before I forgot. So this one is about 30 plus 24 over, this one is 9, right? 5 plus 4 square. Alright, then you just type everything into the calculator. You will get the final answer correct here. Okay, so this is what happened when you have the so-called combined variance. You make sure you need to find out all the summation out one by one. Over 9 minus a fraction 30 plus 24 over 9 square. Alright, so my variance will be 20. Do this formula is given? Yeah, no. This is the reason why I want to cover here, because this formula is not given, called combined variance. It's standard deviation, you just add a square root for it. Teacher, what is the difference between evolve 120 and 360? Yeah, this question I feel like I answer n times. Okay, let me explain one more time. Supposedly, if today I have this area, I want to form a volume. This is y-axis. I need to rotate 360 degrees. Then I will get a volume, isn't it? Let's say I have the same equation. I have the same curve. But in this curve, they actually give me two sides, like this. So you can see this area, I just need to rotate about 180. I will get exactly the same volume with I rotate 360 on the other side. So therefore, what I can tell you is, no matter rotate 180 or 360 degrees, don't divide 2. Yeah, because I do see some reference books show that this kind of area rotate 180 degrees. I mean, when I do the question like this, the common sense, right, I will divide 2 because it seems like I need to divide 2. But eventually I check the answer doesn't divide 2. So therefore, I'm not sure. But if you ask me, my advice is don't divide 2. That's all. So can you explain one more time? Okay, what you want to do right now is you need to find out both of the all of 4 of this number I circle one. So both of these value you need to find from your mean formula. And both of these value you need to get from either standard deviation or variance formula. Okay, then after you have 4 of this formula, 4 of this summation data, you just sum into this formula, then you will get full mark here. Can I just combine both class and use the variance as usual but not using the formula? No, because some student, right, they even like they say, sir, can I actually plus the first group mean plus the second group mean then divide 2? No, you can't do like that. In order to find the accurate combined variance, you have to use this formula. There's no other way. So any last minute suggest past year to do, always do the most recent one. You can do last year or last 2 years. Yeah, because I believe this year they will come out quite similar to last time, which is like they will ask you quite similar to last year, which is they will ask you leave your answer in terms of P and Q. So they doesn't want you to leave your answer in number, because if it's number too easy, a lot of students can use a calculator to do it. Then because last year, so this is the reason why a lot of teachers say last year have a lot of K-bar question like 40-50%, because they have a lot of question like this. They don't want you to live in the number, and then they want you to live in terms of M and N. They want you to live in terms of this all algebra thing. So therefore, yeah, this is what happens. So you should expect this year also have something like this, and then you might have a lot of questions will ask you to show and prove. I think because I see that from Mara paper, MRSM, from SBP, and from some difficult stage, they also have something like that. So yeah. Okay, about some information about probability, right? I can explain a little bit lah. Well, but it's very hard for me to explain about the independent. Okay, so independent probability is like the first event will not affect the second event. Like independent event is something like replacement. If today I want to, let's say this bag, let's say I have a bag, I have 5 red color, 2 yellow color. If I want to take, I want to withdraw 2 ball from the bag, right? So if I take out the first ball, I put it back, then I select the second ball. This one called independent probability, because the first probability will not affect the second probability, or both of them are not related one. Like I don't know. Like today you will go to school. No lah, that one is not a good example. Okay, so independent basically mean the first probability will not affect the second probability, but mutually exclusive is like both of the set cannot intersect one, A and B. So let's say mutually exclusive is like the intersect can never happen. Probability of A intersect B must always equal to 0. But I think all this definition you go to find at Google, which is more accurate. Can you do some vector, teacher? Let's see, do we have any vector questions here? This vector question I do before, quite easy. Let me try to find some question I haven't do before. Wow, this Kelantan paper seems hard. Okay, let's do something like this lah. I find out recently, right, they actually love the vector like this. So teach trigo. I have quite a lot of trigo videos, and some is like 40 minutes. I actually teach from basic to advanced, so make sure you go check it out, the video. So okay, let's see some hotel questions here. So the diagram 9 on the below actually show the position of 4 hotels. You have hotel A, B, C, and D in some Banda, Kota Baru. So given that the hotel C to hotel D is 7. Okay, we have some distance here. I believe the distance. No, this is not vector. This is I believe this one is solution of triangle. I thought it's a vector. Do we have any vector questions here? Because sometimes the vector they have some, yeah, this is just another like K-bar questions. Okay, let's have a look this K-bar questions lah. Yeah, actually I want to get some rest as well, but yeah, I think this kind of question is like, I don't know, recently there's just kind of love this kind of questions. So can you make a proper category for your video? It's quite hard because I have about 600 videos. Unless I spam about days to categorize it. But then because my YouTube actually has a search button, right? You can just go there and search it out. Okay, let's see this one. So they will say this is symmetry lah. So I assume it's symmetry because I understand this equation. This one is a quadratic equation. And this quadratic equation actually already tell me it is symmetry. Because quadratic is parabola, right? Parabola is always symmetry. So this is y equals to 4 minus x squared over 4. But if I do myself, I will rearrange the equation like this. I prefer to write like this because it's the same equation. I just make like this. I take out the 1 over 4, make it look nicer. I put the x squared first because at least this one give me some insight before I read the question. This one tell me what? You realize this is y equals to ax squared plus bx plus c. You realize this equation doesn't have bx, right? Because quadratic, what the bx do? Bx actually help you to move your u or any shape, right? Move left and right one. Of course, it's not exactly left and right lah. You have to move to like 40 degrees, something like that. It actually will help you to move left and right. What the c do is help you to move your n or u up and down. What the a do here is actually help you the n or u become broader or more narrow. This is what the a do. If you don't have bx, means what? In this case, you don't have bx, right? That means the curve is on the y-axis. Axis symmetry is the y-axis. So in this case, I will have something like this. My maximum point will be on the y-axis. So this one will be my n shape. So I believe this is exactly the n shape of the door here. Alright. And then from here, I know my maximum point here is, my intersection point here is 4. Okay, so this is at least I understand before I read the questions. Okay, then now I start to read the questions. Okay, we have some distance. AB is 3 meters, DC is 3 meters, K is the highest point. Okay, so first they ask us to find the B to C. Alright, we want to find the B to C here. Let's see, do we have any other information here? Okay, Okay, so I believe because this N shape will keep on like this, right? Because here they actually like make it straight already. So what I think here is, let's say this is X, this is Y. Is it the X intercept? Let me think. Can I just simply assume it's the X intercept? The highest point. DC, BC's horizontal symmetries are the same at the same length. K is the highest point of the BC. Calculate the area of the surface. Okay, it's a little bit weird, but I think it's something like this. Okay, so first thing is what we want to do is we'll assume the x-axis is here. We need to have a assume of x-axis. If not, there's no way we can do that. Then the second thing is we'll assume the y-axis is like this. Okay, then what we want to do here is then this one will be the x-intercept. This one is the x-intercept. So x-intercept we make y equal to 0. So equals to negative 1 over 4x squared plus 4. So this one is 1 over 4x squared plus equals to 4. X squared will equals to 16. Then x should equals to positive negative 4. So I assume this one is negative 4 and positive 4. Because just now I actually like stuck for a while is because the U curve is not really like straight line, you know. So I'm thinking like, is it something like this? There's a tree here. There's a tree here. Then this one is something like y equals to 3. Yeah, I think like this is make more sense to me because the 4 and negative 4, it doesn't make sense to me here because it shouldn't be x-intercept. So therefore, I think I prefer do. But if I do like this, does it help me? Yeah, I think I will do like this is better. So when y equals to 3, 1 over 4x squared plus 4. Let me do a little bit. Okay, this is 1. X squared equals to 4. X equals to positive negative 2. Alright, so this is negative 2. This is 2. So therefore, they asked me to actually calculate the width of BC. I think the BC is 4 meter. Okay, so I will say 2 plus 2 equals to 4 meter. Because for me, what I understand is the shape, right, of the end is not really going straight, you know. So if I assume that one is the x-intercept, right, then I think it doesn't make sense to me because the U is actually, the shape is actually will go like this, you know. So this is the reason why I don't want to straight away assume it is the x-intercept. Alright, then what I will do next is calculate the area of the front surface. So basically they want to find the whole area here. Yeah, we can just integrate. Area we can just integrate from negative 2 to 2, right? And then this one is dx, so I can just insert my y equation, negative 1 over 4x squared plus 4 dx. Alright, then I can easily get my area here. So this one is x cubed 1 over 12x cubed plus 4x negative 2 and 2. Then you just insert the value into it. I'm a bit lazy, but let's do it together. Negative 1 over 12 times a plus a. Okay. Minus bracket negative 1. Where's my negative? Negative 1 over 12 times negative a minus a. Close bracket. Alright, so the whole area will be 14.67. Okay, meter square. Alright, then we'll have a look on the C like this. So if the height AB and DC are added 4 meter, okay, while the width of BC and arc AKD are maintained. Alright, find the area Okay, so right now is interesting, but it seems like very easy. Am I seeing anything wrong? Okay, so what they want to do is they want to make this one higher. So basically, right now we already have this area and curve area, right? So they say this one remain. They just want to add another 4 meter like this. And then the arc length also maintained. So yeah, this one they want to add another 4 meter, isn't it? Height with AD, So this one is 3 meter. They want to make another 4 meter. This width is 4. Can I just plus 16? But they give you they give me 3 mark, or because this one is just like 4 times 4 is 16, right? I reduced the area just now. I just plus another 16 for it. Or maybe I need to sub y equals to 7. I think I need to sub y equals to 7 to see where they intersect, because they might intersect at different point. So this is the reason why they actually give you so many marks. Yeah. Even though they say the arc length maintain, right? So therefore I think there's some trap here. So yeah, don't fall in the trap. So 7 equals to -1 over 4x squared plus 4, isn't it? I hope I didn't where's the equation? Okay, so 1 over 4x squared equals to 1 over 4x squared will equals to nah, cannot. Maybe I just overthink, because this equation cannot solve. I get some -3 and I cannot square root any negative answer. So maybe I just overthink like this. It's 1 meter, sir? Does the question say 1 meter? Add about 4 meter, right? Where do you guys get about 1 meter? Added to 4m. While the width and width of BC and find the area of the new front door. Or that one is not a meter? Added to be 4. Oh, added to be 4, yeah. They only add 1 meter. Yes. Yeah, because it's added to be 4, right? Yes. I get what you guys are saying right now. Then it's still like very easy, but even though right now I add 1 meter here, it's just add another 4 meter, right? So just now I have the area, I just plus another 4. They give you 3 mark by doing this. So the area is 14.67 plus 4. So it's 18.67. Yeah, I get it. It's added to 4. So anyone have the marking scheme? Can you check the answer for me? Maybe I can check myself. Seems like all of you also no need to sleep, huh? Not only me. What question is this? Question 11. Yeah, just like that. They give you mark. Okay. Then yeah, that is very kind. I checked already. This is the final answer. Yeah, because it's added to be 4 meter, right? Not add 4 meter. So basically mean here is 3 meter, right? They want to add until it becomes 4. So this is mean added to be 4. Yeah, or you guys can try to read the Malay if you understand. Ditambahkan untuk menjadikan 4 meter. Why is all of you are so worried about statistic questions? Yeah, I think the statistic they love about median lah. So you make sure you learn about median formula. Yeah, they love about median. Definitely they will come out with something about median. Wow, Kelantan one seems a bit hard. So if the question will change that width, if the question change that, the width change, or I'm not sure because there's many possibility on how to modify the question. It's very depends, so you kind of need to like see whether you need to use the equation or not. What if the width change? If the width change, you kind of need to. I don't know how it's changed lah. The what if question we can never answer finish one. There's a lot of what if there. Yeah. Let's see. Yeah, I think SBP actually is quite good also. Yeah, you should expect a lot of questions like this lah. They will ask you to express P or yeah in term of H, something like this. So because this kind of question actually like happened last year, so I believe this year you should expect something similar like this. Yeah, since a lot of students ask me to do a proving one, maybe I do one proving for this one. Alright, so but before you do proving, you should at least understand what is the tangent 2x will look like. It's basically is 2 tangent x over 1 minus tangent square x, right? Yeah, then at least you have some objective on how to do this kind of questions. Okay, so right now I want to get something like this. So I only have 2 sine x over 2 cos x minus secant x. 2 mark. Alright, so the only thing I can change here, you can see sine and cos doesn't have square here. We cannot use any of the formula here. So therefore I can only change the second into 1 over cos. So I change the second into 1 over cos x. Alright, this is over 1. So I want to make both this one same denominator. So what I do next is, top I don't want to change anything. Bottom here I will multiply cos x. And I multiply cos x. So this one is like 2 cos square x minus 1 over cos x. You should know if a over b divided by c, c actually can multiply with a. So therefore, I can move my cos, go up, become 2 sine x cos x over, what is cos 2 cos square minus 1? This is cos 2x, isn't it? So what is 2 sine x cos x? This is sine 2x, isn't it? Oh, basically they use like this. Okay, no wonder. Then I get tangent 2x. Proven. Okay, no need to use this formula. I thought we might need to use that. What is the difference between real root and distinct root? Distinct root also have real root. Real root basically means it will touch no matter 1 point or 2 point, we call real root. Distinct root basically means it touch two different points. Yeah, I will not answer any question not related to MF right now. Yeah, motion along a straight line actually I already discussed just now. If you want, you can just rewatch it. Yeah, you try to talk to a mic non-stop for 2 hours plus, then you can feel my feeling. So why plus 4? You want to know why plus 4? Because they say that the height actually added to be 4, right? Because just now it's 3, right? They add 1 more meter. Then the width is actually 4 meter, right? 4 times 1, you get another extra 4 meter over there. Then you just plus 4. Question number 3. So alright, maybe you have a look question number 3. See, some of you just love about differentiation. Yeah, same with me, I love differentiation. Turning point means what? dy dx equals to 0. Okay, so right now I will do dy dx, so which is 6x minus p equals to 0. Then determine whether the point A is maximum or minimum. I want to know point A is maximum or minimum. State your reason. Yeah, so I will say, oh, this one don't even need 1 mark only. Do you see positive 3? Because for ax squared plus bx plus c, a is decide is maximum or minimum one. If a is positive value, you will get minimum. So I will say a is minimum. Yeah, a is minimum. Because 3 is bigger than 0. Okay? You just anything you prove about a is bigger than 0, then you will get minimum. Then express p in terms of h. So therefore, after I do dy dx equal to 0, what is my x value? My x is actually h, isn't it? Then it's just sub the h into here. 6h minus p equals to 0. Then p will equals to 6h. Done. 3 mark. Okay, so p in terms of h. Then given that the curve will passing through the point like 1, 2, calculate the k. Why they want to give you this one? Because they want you to find p first. Sub this one back into the curve equation. So 2 equals to 3, 1 square minus p1 plus 7. Yeah, solve this one to find p. Alright, so p equals to 8. Okay, so 8 equals to 6h. H equals to 4 over 3. Done. 7 mark. Damn easy. What is positive discriminant? Positive discriminant basically mean two distinct roots. B squared minus 4ac bigger than 0. Basically mean it will touch two different points. Negative discriminants basically mean less than 0. Basically mean it will not intersect any point. If you want to know complement and square, I have a video to teach about complement and square. You go check it out. Over there, I actually teach you like step by step. Why substitute 1, 2? Because you want to find p, right? And then this one is the coordinate on the curve. Definitely, I can sub any coordinate on the curve back into my curve equation. There's no problem to do that. What is the value k? Oh, they'll ask about k, isn't it? Alright, after you got the h already, then you want to, no wonder like so easy. Yeah, we kind of need to do some extra words. So right now your h is 4 over 3. Okay, right? You need to sub back into this equation. Y equals to 3x squared minus 8x plus 7. Then right now your y is k, isn't it? So k will equals to 3, 4 over 3 squared minus 8, 4 over 3 plus 7. They type in a calculator, you will get k here. Yes. I just realized, I thought they want to find h. They want to find k. Yes, you can use a second derivative to actually prove is its maximum or minimum point. But then the one is just 1 mark. I'm not going to do second derivative for it. We can compare the equation with the turning point. Yes, turning point also is one of the point on the curve. The 1, 2 also is one of the point on the curve. How can we determine the measure of dispersion? Normally we will use the standard deviation to determine. If you want to find the equation of the locus of one point, you just use the distance. So let's say if they say the locus is always 5 units from A. Then the locus you just assume is a P. Then AP is equal to 5. Use the distance formula. You can easily get equation of locus. Alright, let's see. Do we have any? Yeah, actually I'm a little bit tired today. I mean, not today, I mean now. So let's see, is there any interesting thing I want to talk about? Coordinate geometry, linear law, da. Right, maybe we have a look on vector questions lah, because I see a lot of requests about vector. For normal distribution graph, normally it's very easy. It's just all the probability add up together to get one only. The one is binomial graph. Normal distribution is the bell-shaped diagram, isn't it? What is the difference between permutation and combination? Yeah, permutation mean you read the question, you think you need to do arrangement, then do permutation. If you need to do you do not need arrangement, then do combinations. Yeah, I will not do graph in section C, sorry. Okay, so I will do this vector. This vector might be the last question of today, then maybe you can ask me anything not related to the paper anymore. Okay, because today I didn't do any vector. Okay, so let's see. We have some parallel line, Okay, vector normally I do is LM. This is LM. 12x minus 8y. And then we have M to S. M to S is here, which is 4y. Okay, so we have 3km equals to 5ks. Normally, I prefer change them into a ratio like this. Make them into a fraction. Then km ratio ks equals to 5 ratio 3. So k to m is ratio 5. K to s is ratio 3. So that means this is 2, this is 3. Then I know here will be 6y. Okay, because 2 ratio is 4y, 1 ratio will be 2y, isn't it? Alright, then what we want to do next is the question asks us to find LK. Okay, LK is quite easy, right? LK will be LM plus MK. So which is 12x minus 8y plus 10y. So it's 12x plus 2y. Easily get the 2 mark here. Alright, then this one is the part 1 and part 2 normally is a bonus mark. But then there's something you need to pay attention. The RS, they want the RS. This one has RS, so it's very easy. You just need to sub the LM into here. You can easily get the part 1. But the problem is, second equation doesn't have RS. What you can do if you see the equation doesn't have RS, the RS, right, is you need to actually change a little bit. Basically, I have a R. If I want to get a RS, right, the S actually is hidden inside here. So what I would do is I will do this one become something like KS plus SR. And then I will add a negative to get the RS. Okay? But anyway, let's do it together. Okay. The first equation is very easy. Sub the LM. L to M is 12x minus 8y. So yeah, then normally I would write like this. 12px minus 8py. Okay, done. I believe it's 1 mark only. And then for the second one, okay, so this one I prefer I change it into the RK first. So you can see KR, I want to change to RK, the other side I add negative. Okay, if I add negative, right, I can actually, because I have the LK, right, okay, you can see this is KL, right. My negative I can give to the KL, it will become LK. You get the idea? So this one will become QLK. Okay, and I know RS is hidden inside because this is RS plus SK. Okay, QLK I have already, which is the answer in the part A. 12x plus 2y. Alright, then RS will equals to, or this one I will just expand, 12qx plus 2qy. Okay, sk, what is my s to k? S to k is 6y, isn't it? S to k, you can see sk here is 6y. So I move to the other side will be minus 6y. Okay, then I will just group the y together. This one is just convenient for me to do later. 2q minus 6y. Alright, so after I group them already, because in order to get 5 mark, right, I need to find the p and q here. So what I want to do is, I have rs here, sub the rs into the rs. So therefore, here rs is 12px minus 8py. I mean y. The other side rs will be 12qx plus 2q minus 6y. Then what I will do next is comparing x and comparing y. Comparing x. And then I want to comparing y also. Okay, when I say comparing x means what? I will take the x value only for both sides, which is 12p equals to 12q. P equals to q. Alright, then I will comparing y, which is negative 8p equals to 2q minus 6. Since p equals to q, then I can just assume the other side is q also. So 2q minus 6. So I just solve this one, I can get the answer already. So therefore, I just need to solve this one. Then q equals to 6. Q equals to 3 over 5. Alright, then p equals to 3 over 5. Okay, 5 mark. So it's not really hard, but I want to say some highlight here. First thing is you need to able to change this equation, and then you need to able to know the rs is hidden between the rk here. Okay, so yep, that's all for these vector questions. Yeah, definitely this video is, I think it's more than 2.5 hours already. So so yeah, I hope tomorrow exam will not be too tricky. We still have about 500 students, about 600 students still together with me. Yeah, tomorrow please let me know any interesting question or not. When do we know that we need to compare x and y? Okay, let me finish this one. When you see this question, over here, you have x, y, p, q. You have 4 unknown. So the easiest way to make 4 unknown into 2 unknown is using the compare methods. Yeah, so whenever I see something like this, I always will do the comparing. Yeah, I really hope tomorrow will not have any surprise, but normally every paper also has some surprise. I hope there's no printing error or something like that. That one is totally avoidable. So yeah, if you have any K-bar question, please share with me tomorrow so I can look into it. So yeah, really thanks for your time. Is there anything you want to talk to me before I end this live streaming? If not, I wish you all the best and good luck for tomorrow, because I definitely think MF student need some luck, because it's very depend how crazy is the K-bar question. You should expect about 2 to 3 questions is look like K-bar questions, but I hope not more than that. So yeah, so all the best for this batch, batch 2003. So I will see you guys around in my YouTube channel. So I hope after SPM already, you guys can go to join my Facebook group to help the other student. If you love math, can join my Discord group to help your junior, because definitely my one person is quite hard to help so many of other students. So yeah, if any one of you love math, yeah, you are feel free to come to join any of my channel. And yeah, go to help your junior, and I wish you all the best and good luck. Tomorrow, I'll see you guys around at the YouTube here. Bye bye. Yeah, for Daniel, definitely you can join the Discord to help others. My Facebook group name is y equals to mx+c. Oh my god, I still have people don't know my group name. The completing a square, you can just go to my YouTube channel and there's a search button over there. You just search the completing the square. I definitely make few video about that. So you got make up in TikTok ah? No, TikTok is just my normal look. The Discord, I think I think LV is not here already. I can share the Discord link here. Just in case any one of you want to join the Discord. Alright, yeah. If I need to go already because if not, there's no way I can go. So rest well and drink some water, eat some vitamin C, and don't use pencil. Please use pen. Please use pen tomorrow, and please make sure your calculator has battery. If not, just bring one more calculator. Yeah, I already shared the Discord link above there. So yeah, I will see you guys around. Bye bye and good night.